All right, back live tonight on In Focus. National Treasury is looking to cut back on spending as growth slows, debt soars, and tax revenue falls short of expectations. But economists and trade unions are raising the alarm, saying this could affect social security and infrastructure projects, which are meant to fast-track growth. Here's Newzroom Afrika's business reporter, Ntokozo Khumalo, with the details.
National Treasury is turning to austerity measures on the back of increasing pressure and constraints on the fiscus. But this has raised concerns around the implications for South Africa's most economically vulnerable who depend on government services such as healthcare. Independent researcher and economist Eddie Rakabe says there's merit to the jitters.
The concerns are valid because we look for government spending, for government to boost economic activity when the economy is not doing very well.
He highlights that it points to the likelihood of several key projects, such as infrastructure development, not materializing in the short to medium term. Meanwhile, the spokesperson for the South African Federation of Trade Unions, Trevor Shaku, is concerned about the social impact of spending cuts.
SAF2 is worried and concerned about the budget cuts because they are affecting the ability of government and public institutions to be able to deliver services to our people, quality services to our people. Already, as things stand, our public institutions are collapsing.
Rakabe says while austerity measures have been in place since 2011, Treasury has been able to protect the most vulnerable. But he warns that this may not be the case going forward.
To a certain extent, Treasury has really tried to cushion the effect of this economic slowdown on the poor. But going forward, it appears that it is becoming increasingly difficult for the Treasury to actually protect this core spending, this core social spending. And hence, we hear now the talks of about having now to choose between continuing with the social relief of distress grant and or increasing VAT.
Rakabe says Treasury has a tough balancing act ahead. He says the country was shielded during the 2008 financial crisis due to a booming commodity cycle. This enabled government to raise public spending in key areas including increasing fixed investments, creating jobs, boosting export capacity, as well as improving public services. However, national departments were asked to identify 2.3 billion rand in explicit savings from more efficient spending. SAF2 is concerned that the plan to seemingly cut some departments altogether will further fuel a bad service delivery in key areas such as healthcare and education, causing the economy to degenerate even further. Finance Minister Ntokozo will publish guidelines for proposed budget cuts ahead of the medium-term budget policy statements in November. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.